I am the Director of Youth Protection and Compliance for the University of Wisconsin system out of the Office of Compliance and Integrity. And we just want to welcome you all here this morning. A few housekeeping things. Just remember to keep yourselves muted until it is time for you all to do breakouts. And to also remember that if the video starts to slow or freeze up, that you can always turn off your video, and that usually helps to resolve some of the freezing and things like that. We have a wonderful, wonderful agenda set up for you all today. Let's see if it will let me go to the next slide. So we're going to kick off our morning with a great kind of keynote from President Thompson, and then we'll get into the first half of our presentations for the morning with a presentation on COVID-19 and trauma in the youth response, followed by youth programs in the age of COVID-19 from the American Camp Association. And they'll give us a background about programs that actually ran during this time, what went well, what didn't go well, and what advice that they would have for us. And then we'll have Michael Ambrose from Camp Doc present on youth and anticipated medical changes for programs upon reopening. So thank you all again for being here today, and we look forward to your feedback. We anticipate that we will have our first speaker in about 3 minutes. And so, Tom, do you have any housekeeping things or reminder things that you want folks to know about the breakout rooms or things like that?
No, you'll be able to explain that just as it comes time to do those breakouts. We will be assigning people to breakout rooms for just group discussions following the presentations. So enjoy the conference.
Wonderful. Following the presentations, you'll receive a survey either later on this week. We'll also have the slides and a recording of this available on our website. So check that out then. Be sure to take notes because there's really some jewels of information that you all will enjoy. We wanted to do this presentation because we know that you all won't be prepared to open programs up overnight. So we wanted to give campuses plenty of time to think about and plan for minors returning to campus, especially as the vaccinations are rolling out and more people are getting ready to go back into open spaces. So we're not having this presentation saying, yes, we'll start programs right away. We're just having this presentation so you can know what is expected and what to anticipate as you're planning and creating your programs. The second half of the day, we'll have a great virtual presentation from programs that ran virtually during this time and what went well and what didn't go well. But what I will say is that they really did some creative ways of trying to keep the youth engaged during this time because they were college readiness programs that those students were matriculating into university. So I think you all will really enjoy the second half of the day. We'll talk about trends in youth protection post-COVID-19 closures and even some of the trends that are happening now with youth protection, you know, as far as like how we're interacting with minors online, what are we seeing, you know, with students hazing or bullying each other online and sharing revealing pictures. So Presidium is going to do an amazing presentation on that and kind of what you can do as program directors who are working in virtual spaces to do this safely. And then at the end of the day, you all will get the field guide and checklist from the CDC and the American Camp Association, so you all can start creating your campus checklist to see what you already have in place to bring minors back and the other things that you might need to work on before minors can come back. And I would encourage program directors to connect with your pre-college liaisons, which most of them are on this call, but connect with them because they will be your central resource in communicating up with your campus leadership that you are or aren't ready and what supplies that you may need. So I wouldn't do this work in isolation. I would work with your campus partners and I would work with your other program directors to crowdsource resources as you think about getting ready to reopen. And so it is now 8:35 and I believe our first presenter is ready to go. So without further ado, I'm going to stop sharing and pass this over to President Thompson. I believe you're on mute, President Thompson.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Well, first off, let me thank Pranisha. She was a new hire. She was with the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and we're so fortunate to have her on board. She is a go-getter, a driver. Every time I'm with her, I get excited to be with her. She's got so much enthusiasm and excitement. Plus, she can sing opera. So, I mean, she's got everything going for her. And I can't tell you, Pranisha, how happy I am to be your partner in this endeavor. And thank you so very much for your leadership. And I also want to say the same to Katie Ignikowski. She's been on maternity leave. She had a new baby, but Katie was working when she was on her way into the hospital, issuing press releases and so on. And Katie is just another driver. And Katie, thank you for taking on the new role of security and also with Title IX, and you're just doing an outstanding job. So let me set up by thanking all of you. And then
Appreciate that, Governor.
what's that? I can hear somebody want to talk?
This is Katie. I just said appreciate that, President Thompson.
Well, how's the baby?
Very well. He's sleeping, so.
That's good. Well, Katie, you and Pranisha, what a dynamic duo. And let me start out by thanking all the individuals on the line. I couldn't be happier getting the chance to address you as the acting president of this great university. And I am so pleased that all of you are involved. This is going to be an exciting year. And I've talked to the chancellors about this, and I'm going to be ramping up this program. I don't know how I'm going to raise the money to do it, but I want more students than ever on our campuses. Now, we got to get over this terrible nightmare called COVID-19, and we got to get people vaccinated. And I don't know if you know this, but the chancellor from Madison and I have been working to make sure that all of you, along with the teachers in K through 12 and all of our professors, are in the next subsection to get vaccinated. I want to make sure that our professors and instructors and administrators and all of you are able to get vaccinated as soon as possible, because I want the university to open up its doors again and let the sunlight and fresh air come in and have everybody have an opportunity to enjoy this great life and this great university we call Wisconsin. I am very concerned, ladies and gentlemen. First, I want to talk about my cautions. I'm very concerned right now of the fact that I think a lot of the seniors in high school are not getting the kind of education that they need and deserve and wanted their senior year because of COVID. And the sophistication, the relationship building, the education. I think your job and my job and our job together is going to be much more than ever before. And that's why I told the chancellors that I want to expand all our summer programs and also hopefully start a new one to get more seniors around all of our high schools, as many seniors as possible, to visit our campuses, if only for a day, but for socializing, for some studying and so on. I want to get young people to come to our campus. I'm very fearful, and I'll tell all of you this, I'm very fearful that a lot of the seniors do not believe they're prepared because they didn't get a good senior year kickoff from their high schools. And that's because of COVID, not critical of any teachers or any school system. It's just a statement of fact that I think there's going to be a lot of immaturity, a lot of questions, a lot of things that we have to do. And I think that's going to put an added responsibility on each of you to make sure that when we get students here from wherever they are, that we reach out and really encourage them to come to Wisconsin and to enjoy the college life. I'm not sure they're going to be ready for it. I'm not sure. I'm not being critical. I'm just saying because of all their distance learning, not being able to play sports, be in drama, be in band, all the things that, seniors love doing in their high school as their year going out and get ready for college. They haven't had that preparation. like most incoming students who go into college. So we have to do more, I think, to get them ready. And that's why I'm so happy to have the dynamic duo, Pranisha and Katie, ready to go and setting us up. And I'm very happy that all of you are on this program today. The next thing I wanted to tell you about is how happy I am about the University of Wisconsin. As I'm sure a lot of you have heard, we're done apologizing to anybody about the University of Wisconsin and about the money we spend. We are a diamond in the rough. I don't even think we're in the rough. I think we are a diamond, pure and simple and well polished. And I am giving speeches all over the state about how important the University of Wisconsin system is to the citizens of the state and how important it is for people to recognize that. We only receive about 17 cents out of every dollar from the state of Wisconsin to operate. And 17, and I tell people rhetorically, I said, if you give me 17 cents and I would return right around and give you 83 cents back, how often would you do that throughout the day? You'd probably do it as often as you can reach in your pocket and pull out 17 cents. And that's what I want people to start thinking about, because we get 17 cents, but we give back to the state on economic development, economic growth, economic jobs, economic innovations, 23 to 1, and $23 billion. We're a $6 billion operation. We have close to 40,000 employees. We graduate 37,000 students, and 90% of them stay in the state of Wisconsin and help grow the economy. We are the economic engine for the state of Wisconsin, and I want people to start looking at that and recognize it. The second thing is I tell everybody that is willing to listen to me that the University of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin idea, all of you have heard and read about for so many years, is to take care of everybody in the state of Wisconsin from all corners of the earth, all corners of the state. I have expanded that to say the University of Wisconsin expanded Wisconsin idea is where there's a problem, the University of Wisconsin should be the first asset, the first group, the first individuals that you turn to help your problem, whether it be in business, whether it be in education, whether it be in agriculture, manufacturing, whatever the case may be. The University of Wisconsin has got the breadth and the depth to solve just about any problem facing the state of Wisconsin. And we recognize that, and we've assumed that role since I've been president. As you know, we set up a testing program on all of our campuses. And I believe our testing program, recognized by the federal government as the best in the country, our positive rates for teachers and professors and instructors and administrators is below 2%. None of our professors got infected by students because they were teaching in the classroom, not one. And while the state has a positive rate of about 30%, our positivity rate is about 2%. We build a operation room up on the 19th floor that I go up and we have an hour meeting every day, planning the day, but planning how we can make the university safer, how we're going to get our vaccination out. And as you know, yesterday I kicked off our vaccination on the University of Wisconsin Green Bay campus, and that went extremely well. We're opening up in Oshkosh and Eau Claire and La Crosse, Milwaukee and Parkside, and we'll be opening up in Whitewater. We're going to be opening up vaccination centers. I want the university to reach out to the people of the state. I want people to recognize when there's a problem, come to the university. They're doing that in the testing program. We had our surge capacity, which the federal government recognized was the only one that they gave the money to do, to set it up and run it. It was extremely effective. We're now handling a good share of the vaccination. We're going to be expanding that onto all of our campuses. And what I'm telling you is that I want us to be out there. When there's a problem, you're going to find me out leading and having the university get involved to solve the problem. And that's what I'm telling the legislators. Telling the legislators, you know, you should give us more dollars and resources, because we are a big asset to the state of Wisconsin. And I tell all the professors and all the administrators and chancellors, stop apologizing. We are out bragging about the University of Wisconsin, which leads me to the next step. And the next step is we got to get our student enrollment up. And as you know, the enrollment in our high schools is going down. And we have to compete for students with private colleges, with out-of-state colleges, with the vocational techs. Everybody's having trouble. But the University of Wisconsin still seems to be doing okay. And I need each and every one of you to be out there bragging about the University of Wisconsin. And that's why I want to be able to expand our youth program. I want our youth programs to be front and center. I want as many this summer students to come and visit our campus, have a chance to get to know you, to talk to other students, have a good time while they're there. Make sure they have a good time so they want to come back. That's what I want for this summer program. And that's why I'm so appreciative to have this opportunity for Anisha to come and talk to all of your individual colleagues and co-workers. We have to make our summer programs this year bigger and better than ever, because students coming in here are going to need it. They're going to need your reassurance. They got to be reassured that they can make it in college. They got to be reassured that the socialization that they missed out in their senior year in high school is going to be here on campus, that they're going to have a good time. They're going to develop their lifestyles, their lives, and have an opportunity to get educated. We're going to be doing as many different programs as possible to make sure that they have a good time. And I'm depending upon all of you to make sure that happens. And I'm counting on, of course, Katie Ignikowski and Pranisha to lead this effort. The next thing is we want to make sure that everybody is safe on our campus. The worst thing we can have happen to us is somebody gets assaulted or somebody gets in trouble because they're on our campuses. We want to make sure that they're secure, they're safe, and have a good time. We don't want to be prevent them from having a good time, because we want them to have a good time. We want them to say that this has been a great experience. I want to go to River Falls. I want to go to Platteville. I want to go to Whitewater. Those are fun places. I spent a couple days there, a week there, and we just had a great time. I can't wait to go back. That's the attitude that we want to give these young people that are visiting our schools this year. And that's going to take a great deal of effort on your part. I know I know all of you want to do that, and I know all of you are going to do that. You're talented individuals, each and every one of you. I don't know all of you yet. I hope to get a chance this summer when we're able to move around more and maybe not shake hands, but at least we can have a fist bump and an elbow bump or a high five or whatever. But I'm looking forward to getting back to normal, but we have a big job in front of us, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I was so happy to get on and talk to you this morning. I'd be more than happy, Pranisha, to take questions, and we want to be safe, we want to be good, and I'm sure we're going to be, and we want to make sure that we have more young people coming to our campus. We're going to make bigger investments this year. I'm going to try and raise some money with the legislature. I want more money to be placed in the summer program. So I don't know how I'm going to get it. Don't have it yet.
We'll raise more money for the summer program.
But that's what I want, and I'm going to try and get it. So thank you all, Pranisha. I'll be more than happy to take some questions, but I love you all. Thank you very much. Go Wisconsin. And we have the best university system in the country. Don't ever forget that, and always say that. And look out Harvard, look out Yale, look out Columbia. Wisconsin's #1, and we want our summer programs to be the best. And we want young people to have a good time and say, I want to go back and be there this fall. So Pranisha, take some questions if you want me to.
Okay, well, thank you so very much, President Thompson. And, we are truly committed to this mission of making sure that there is a youth from every single school district in the state of Wisconsin attending a UW program. And we are committed to doing this safely, and we are committed to putting life readiness skills at the forefront so our youth are ready to come into the University of Wisconsin schools. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to touch on those things. And what I think will come out of this meeting and the future meetings is that we will develop a community of practice. And so program directors from all across the state can crowdsource ideas and work together. So that way, if a youth goes through 4 years at Whitewater and they're like, well, I've been there, that's kind of like my 13th grade, and I want to know about other universities within the Wisconsin system, they now have access and interaction to other programs across the state, so we can crowdsource so we don't lose them to out-of-state universities. So we're very excited about bringing all these program directors together and all these pre-college liaisons together. So we do have, yes, sir.
Could you do one more thing for me?
Sure.
I have set up a chancellors and provost meeting to take a look at how we can expand into getting more students on our campus. I would appreciate your ideas, all of you, on how to do that, and I certainly would like to have some of you on that study committee. So if you could give me your ideas back, I really would appreciate it over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, Pradisha?
Wonderful. So we'll use the community of practices for that. The plan is to create a community of practice for pre-college liaisons, as well as a community of practice for program directors. So we hope to get information from the top down and from the bottom up so that we can really give you the most clear information. And thank you so much for helping us elevate the fact that we're going to need tests for these youth programs too, because it's one of the protocols. And we're going to need PPE to make sure that we can do these programs safe, because we know that COVID won't go away overnight. So we just want to thank you in advance for your support and your commitment to this work. We do have time for 2 questions.
Okay.
If anyone would like to unmute, you are welcome to do so, but we ask that you keep it under like 15 seconds. I thought I saw a hand. Okay, maybe that was not a hand.
Okay, well, thank you all. Have a great day, Pradisha.
We have one question from Carrie Brown Holland.
Yes,
Hi,
as
Carrie.
we are currently, as pre-college people are currently not in person, will we be eligible for the vaccine?
That's not my call. If I had my call, I'd say yes, but it's going to be left up to the Department of Health and Human Services, and that's going to be in consultation with CDC. I wished I had more control over it, but I don't. Sorry. Okay. Good luck. Have a great day. Thank you all. Let's go Wisconsin. Take care.
Thank you.